When I started reviewing movies, specifically movies that have kind of fallen into obscurity over time, I set out with the goal of finding some of the hidden gems out there, bringing attention to relics of cinema that have been forgotten. And I can safely say, without a shadow of a doubt, Bloody Muscle Bodybuilder in Hell, yeah, that's actually what they called it, is one of those movies that reminds me of why I started this channel in the first place. This movie has a reputation that has garnered it the fan title of Japanese Evil Dead. And I know, way too many horror movies get compared to Evil Dead nowadays. Basically, any movie that gets farted out that is in any way, shape, or form over the top or has a lot of gore in it, there's always some dude that's like, oh, it's the modern day Evil Dead. But this movie actually earns that moniker. The premise is very simple. Hell, it's simpler than Evil Dead was. It starts out with a dude killing what I assume is supposed to be his girlfriend or something in a house. And then we smash cut to our titular body muscle builder, bloody muscle body, oh my god. Lifting weights, getting strong, getting swole. You can tell he's very health conscious with this scene.
ねえ、火ある？
ないよ。余計なことかもしれないけど、それ一本でビタミン C が 25mg から 75mg も破壊されるんだぜ。美容に良くないよ。
Ah yes, the deadliest part of smoking cigarettes, vitamin C deficiency. What the fuck? Turns out the dude from the beginning is this guy's dad. So him, his girlfriend, and this guy who's supposed to be his sidekick head into the house, and that's when all hell breaks loose, quite literally. After getting clocked in the head, the sidekick friend is possessed by an evil spirit, and the movie basically just turns into bodybuilder and lady killing sidekick dude, and then him coming back again, and then they kill him again, and then he comes back again, and then they kill him again. It's hard-hitting stuff. Now, you'd be perfectly justified in thinking that this movie was shot in the 70s or the 80s, given how much this film looks like it was shot on a baked potato. But would you believe me if I said this was actually filmed in 1995? The reason that it looks like this is because it was shot on an 8mm. And just in case you were wondering what an 8mm camera is, it's one of these bad boys. This is a Keystone XL200. I don't actually know if this thing works, but this is an 8mm. Fun fact, when I got this thing, there is still a somebody's used film reel in here, like 8mm film reel. Is it a home movie? Is it someone's personal porn collection? I don't know. I don't know how to recover it. But just imagine shooting like an entire movie on this, and then you can understand why Body Muscle Bodybuilder in Hell, Bloody Muscle, whatever the fuck it's called, looks the way it does. It was shot on one of these. And that's where it sat for basically 17 years, hidden away until the director, Shinichi Fukuzawa, who also plays the bodybuilder, managed to get the movie edited. And then it took another 2 years for it to actually get seen in Japan. And then it didn't get an international release until 2017. And this is the only movie that Shinichi has directed. So let me recap that. The movie was completed in 1995. Didn't see an overseas release until 2017. So basically no one saw this thing for 22 years, and yet despite all that, somehow it still got released. If that ain't an inspirational story of perseverance, man, I don't know what is. And as you can probably tell from the scenes that I've been showing, this movie is batshit nuts. And guess who did all the effects? Shinichi. So this guy wrote, directed, starred in, and did all the effects himself, taking basically every trick from Sam Raimi's original playbook. It's quite insane. Severed limbs, eyes getting stabbed, fucking severed heads attached to severed hands, running around like drug-induced nightmare versions of the Thing from Addams Family. Whatever the hell this atrocity is supposed to be, this movie's crazy, man. I really can't recommend enough Bloody Muscle Bodybuilder in Hell. Not only as a hilarious, goofy as balls, over-the-top gore fest, and not only as a hell of a good time that doesn't overstay its welcome with its short 60-minute runtime, but also as a perfect example of like a filmmaker doing whatever he has to get his movie made. This was clearly a passion project done by a person who just loved horror movies and wanted to make his own. With nothing more than a dream, a budget, and an 8mm camera, 22 years after the fact, Shinichi was able to get this done and seen, and I have the utmost respect for the guy. Like, I genuinely hope that this movie gets a bit more recognition and Shinichi has the same kind of success story that other independent filmmakers of this genre have had. If you want to check it out for yourself, it's on Shudder, and there was also a DVD and Blu-ray release. It's worth it, trust me.